Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to refill your Micron and Pitt India ink pens. I really love the Micron pens. I love the Pitt pens too. I've been using Microns for years. They last really well, and I've never minded just chucking it and buying a new one when they finally go dry. But I've gotten a lot of questions with people asking me how they could refill them. So I decided I would give it a try, and if I could do it successfully, then I would do a video on it, and I did. So this is one that I refilled. Now I'm gonna tell you what to do and what not to do. So this is one that I have refilled, and it works pretty good. This is a really fine one, the 005. They tend to go dry really quick. What I first tried to do was take the end off of the Micron. I could not get it off. So then what I realized I could do is pull the nib right out. And after you refill it, you may notice that it will kind of have, if you lie it flat right off the bat, it will leak a little bit right off the bat. But that's not a big deal. It will just store it upright. I usually actually store these upright anyway, and they're fine. And I'm going to show you how to refill a Micron first. So I have a Micron here that's getting kind of dry. It's kind of at the point where I could sketch with it and it might be fine, then I might go again and it might get really dry on me. So I know, and this is an older one, so I know it's time for a refill. It's not very, I might keep it and use it a little bit longer, but I decided that we'll just refill this one because I know it needs it. The tip is in really good shape already too. So I can just pull that right out with a pair of chain nose pliers, and you can see you've got that, the nib that pokes through the top goes all the way through, and it is injected into a little sponge in the middle. And what you're going to need to use as your ink is some India ink. And here's a big bottle. I've had this for years, just Black Cat India ink. You can get smaller bottles. I got the bigger one because I taught classes, so it was good to have the big container. You're going to want a pipette so that you can get your ink out. So what I'm doing is just putting it right in here and drawing out a little bit. Okay, you don't need very much. You're only going to put a couple drops in, or if you put too much, the excess will leak out, but you don't really want it to be leaking. So very carefully, you just want to put the pipette in there and just give a tiny little squeeze to put some out. It's really hard to tell since you can't count drops like that, but you just need a little bit, trust me on that. I'm going to squirt out the extra right back in the container for now. And then simply put this right back in there. Use your pliers if you need to. Oh, we're in frame and everything. You can feel as it stabs the little sponge in there. I'm going to use the pliers to help me. Just want to make sure you're not bending anything in there, and just be gentle with it. There we go. And then you can just try writing with it. Oh yeah, look at that, nice and dark. It's much darker than it was before. So yay, success! Love it! And so my pens will last even longer because the tip was in really great shape. They make an excellent pen. So now I might splurge and get a bigger set. I don't know. All right, so the next one I'm going to show you how to do is how to refill the Pitt pen. So this one was getting really dry. You can see, look at that, it's barely marking at all. And these are actually a little easier to refill. Everything looks blue. Why does this look so blue right now? Apologize for that. So use your chain nose pliers just to pull off the end. Very easy. You want pliers that have a little bit of that have the teeth in it. So if your jewelry pliers don't, go to your workshop and grab a pair of workshop pliers. You can do the same thing. Get a pipette of ink. Pipette or pipette? What do you say? I guess I would tend to say pipette more than pipette, because I'm an American. We say pipette in everyday conversation, don't we? And now I can actually count my drops. I probably want like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did, like, my first drop went like right down the side of the pen. I'm not saying it's an easy, I'm not saying it's a clean project, I'm just saying it's an easy project. Paper towel there, wipe that off. India ink does stain, so don't do it in your best sweater or anything, or you'll regret that. Then plop the end right back on. Alright, now when you uncap it, you may notice some ink has spilled through. Oh no, we're pretty clean here. And hopefully it's had a chance to, I'm just going to shake it up a little bit, hopefully it's had a chance to work its way down into the tip. It does take a little bit, because that ink has got to saturate the pad in the middle and get down to the tip, so I don't know if we'll notice right away if it starts working better, but oh, well, a little bit better. I think we're going to have to let this sit for a couple minutes. So the ink can get all the way down the tip, but I'll show you one that I just re-inked from the Pitt pens right here. This was the super fine one that had gone really dry that I tested it out with, and as you can see, nice and dark. So this is one I did about half an hour ago, and I think I probably have a little black on the front there that is just kind of leached out because I didn't count. I put way more drops than I needed in that one. But there you have it. That's how you refill your Micron and Pitt pens so you can do even more Zentangle art journaling and other groovy projects. Let's try this again. We'll see if this works. Maybe I should pause it and come back. Let's pause it and we'll come back in a couple minutes. We'll see if the refilled one, how that one looks. I'm impatient. I let about a minute go by. Let's just give it a whirl. It's better. It's not completely as juicy as I'd like it, but it's just going to work its way through. And, it's pretty dark there. And if I decide that I want it, it's not quite juicy enough, I can always add more ink. You can always put more in. If you get too much, just let some leach out. Not a big deal. And I hope you like this tutorial. It worked out well for me. This is waterproof ink, so you can do your watercolors over it when you're done. You can use whatever brand of India ink that you like. I just happen to have this Blick Black Cat ink on hand, but use whatever you have. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this tutorial. Share it with your friends so we can all have nice and juicy pens. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.